everyone, so for today's video I am back doing another how I revise video, and I'm going to be talking about religious studies, and this is a subject, I guess, that a lot of people do find a little bit challenging to revise for, because there actually is a lot that you have to remember and it can get a little bit confusing at times. So today I thought I would tell you how I revise, and I'm actually doing a collab with Evie because she is really good at religious studies as well, so I thought that we would collab and then you can go and see what she does and what I do. So I'm going to leave her link down below and also to her channel in case you want to check that out. But yeah, I'm going to get into it because I don't want to make this video really long. Okay, so for RE, which is what our school calls it, basically religious education, religious studies, whatever you want to call it, I have revised in a numerous number of ways in the past, and I think I finally found kind of like a way that does work for me. So the first thing I would say to you is that a mind map definitely is beneficial because you can just take all the information, really condense it and just make it into a really visualizable, if that's even a word, a very visual form. So I would definitely recommend trying to do a mind map, but if that doesn't work for you, then what I suggest is this new thing that I've been doing. And this is kind of like making a revision booklet. So what I did is I went and took like each page in the textbook and I literally condensed it right down because there was so much on like a double spread. So what I did is I made like a little booklet. So as you can see, like I had a mini like little mind maps on the page and then like real short concise notes, and then again, like on the next page, I just had miniature mind maps and then notes and things like this. And I just found this worked really well. I don't know why, but it just did. So yeah, I just continued doing this and just made this booklet really. And then what I did is then at the end, I wrote out all the quotes that I could find for the topic, just so I had a reference of them and any key terms that were really important to know. And then what I did is I actually made some flashcards, and I would say that flashcards are a really good thing to use for this topic. What I did is I put all my quotes onto a flashcard and then I just highlighted in blue where they were from. So I had about, I think it was about 10 or 12 here. You obviously don't need that many because you're only ever going to really use about 5 or 6 quotes in the exam. But what I found from the mock is that I learned about 5 quotes and then you get to a question like a 12 marker, you don't really have an appropriate quote. So for quotes, because there are so many, I would recommend just putting it on flashcards and just learning them. Use Quizlet if that works better for you, but I just wrote all my quotes out, and then I also just wrote out key information on flashcards as well. So anything that was super important, I would say put it on a flashcard because this is like your knowledge on here basically. So use a mind map or a booklet as a basis, and then like for all my other topics I put quotes onto flashcards and key information onto there as well. And I just find this works really well because there is a lot and you just want to really condense it and make it precise. So yeah, that's what I would recommend doing. If you are like me and you do like a good old mind map, then just go for it. I make basically like a double-sided version for each topic because there is a lot, and then I just kind of section it down to the bare minimum. So as you can see, I've got like 4 subtopics on this side and about 5 or 6 on this side. But as you can see, like one down here is like a couple of lines. So really just condense it all down and then just take from that the most important stuff and put it onto a flashcard. Or what you can do is then go and make a booklet. That works better for you. But I would say if you want for some of the more like, I can't remember what they're called, the first paper stuff, then I would say a mind map does work really well for that. But just be careful because they do kind of get a little bit similar. So just make sure each mind map is completely different from the other. So for me, I just use completely different colours. I had 6 topics, so I used 6 different colours. And that way I could always just remember the pink mind map is for church. Then here's my information. My final top tip for this subject is to do practice questions because it's really easy to know everything, but then you need to be able to apply it, and you need to look at, like, for example, a 12 marker, which is where you have to use a lot of quotes and go, I need some quotes, do I know how to approach this? So for example, I found some questions and then I just wrote out an answer, and then for the 12 markers I just planned because I didn't really want to write out the whole thing. But obviously you can go onto like the AQA website and just print off a paper on there and then answer it. So as you can see, that's what I did before my mock, and then I just planned out my answers for the 12 marker. So I would say past papers and practice questions are a really good thing to do as well. If you are someone who doesn't like flashcards but still wants to learn quotes, another thing you can do is what actually I did for one of the topics, and I just made a mind map but had quotes coming off it, if that makes sense. So for each subtopic I had a quote. As you can see, for like this one I had 3, and then of course they all didn't fit, so I just did that on the other side as well. And then in the pink highlighter I just highlighted which chapter it was for, and then the yellow I highlighted where it was from. And this again works really well if you just want to visualize everything, and that way you can actually learn your quotes. Just keep rereading and then get someone to test you on it if you don't really like flashcards. That is how I revise for religious studies. I hope this did help you out. I feel like this was a very quick video, but really what I do is either make a booklet or a mind map and then just put it all onto some flashcards and test myself using some practice questions. So I hope this was helpful. If you're not on the AQA, then I think you may have different kind of questions, but I hope this can still be applied to them. So if they are, please let me know, as I didn't want to just target this video at one exam board. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave it a thumbs up, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button below. If you come from Evie's video, I would love it if you would subscribe. I make like beauty and also studying videos, and if you haven't already, go subscribe to Evie and then check out her video. And yeah, I will see you all next Sunday. Bye!